Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our Jurassic RimWorld Let's Play, where I've been working a little bit on the southwestern part of the base off camera, trying to get a little bit more work done on the bunker as well as the entertainment areas that are sort of in the middle of what will eventually be like the square. Though, as I'm working on this stuff, I find more and more issues with my plan so far, and I'm starting to regret quite a lot of decisions that I've made. So I noticed that we had the buildings built right up against the pathways, which again I don't like. I feel like it makes it feel really claustrophobic. So what I've started doing on this side is I pushed the walls back one, and I'm leaving room to continue the berry bushes along there. I may do that with the fence here. This is easier because I just need to move the fence up against the walls, which is not a big deal, and that leaves me a little bit of room for bushes in front of it. And that's true on this side as well, so it's an easier fix. But over here it involved moving a lot more stuff around, and what I ended up doing is, rather than having just solid walls like I did over here, I went ahead and I put windows and doors in that as well, so you can enter this building from any side at this point. Where I'll have the kitchen, I'm not too sure. We could, in fact, put it like dead center, but what I might do is just sequester it to a little corner. We don't need a ton of space, so I could, again, just put it in one of these corners here. I could take up the little, like the back third. I say back because this is what I'm considering the front. So the back third like this, and that could just be like an employee exit type thing. So to be behind a row of, like, you know, cooking apparatuses, or like the fridge bar that we have here type thing. And that'll just be an exit for, you know, whoever's cooking here to get out more easily. But we'll have guests coming and going from all sides, and I'll try to have some seating in here as well, though there's plenty outside. The other main issue I'm having is, the more I look at this, the more I regret not building it here. Because unless we're just going to leave this empty, which I didn't intend to, we're going to have a bunker that has firing ports on 4 sides, but is really only going to be able to fire out of 2 sides. Because if there's a building here, then these embrasures are not going to really be of much use unless they're going to be shooting into that building. At least these have an alleyway that they can sort of guard. So, given where it is right now, only the top and bottom are going to be actually useful, which I think is a real waste. If we had put it here, then it would be useful on 3 sides, potentially 4, depending on what happened in between here. So I think what I'm going to do, and I am probably going to cheat this just for the sake of my sanity, because if I have to sit through this getting built all over again, I'm going to go crazy. I'm probably going to use dev tools to just transplant the whole thing over a little bit. Nothing's going to get added, so I'm going to let them finish building it 100% here, and then essentially just move it over to this corner. So I'm not going to cheat in any materials or anything. It's all going to be stuff that was already built. It's just I'm going to move it. Hopefully that doesn't bother anybody too much, but it would be so tedious to have them sit there and build it all over again. And I know that is part of the game. That's why you need to plan ahead, but in this case, I'm just going to go for it. I've added a couple of little details too, so we have these little lights just to... it does not want to select that. I think it's actually here. Yeah. So wall light C, it's part of the UNC light thing here. Just to give a little bit of light to the exterior in case, you know, it's nighttime when we need to run in here. The interior is all done. It's been roofed off. It's just a matter of getting these walls in, those walls, and then the little bits there. So otherwise, it's basically done. Again, when it's finished, I'm going to move it over, and before I allow this one to get built, I'm going to push it over a little bit too. And I think what's going to happen in the middle, so I have this much space right here that's eventually going to be there, more or less. I think we're going to turn it into public restrooms. So we have some in the hotel, obviously. This swanky little bathroom here, but that's not a lot of toilets. So I think what I'm going to do is set it up here, and we'll cut it in half. We'll do like men's on one side and women's on the other, and we'll make them accessible from the walkways, but not able to be like passed through. So if anybody wants to, you know, get to the other side, they'll have to go around. That'll help for, you know, if we're being raided or anything, because they won't be able to just, you know, bust down a door and walk straight through the building to the other end. They'll have to go around as well. And the other thing too is I don't want pawns pathfinding through it as a shortcut, because that increases the risk of somebody getting like seen in the bathroom, which gives major mood penalties. So if I basically cut it in half, like, you know, so, and have one side men's, one side women's, with no passage between the two, then it won't be a shortcut. They'll go around like we intend. So that's the plan. I'm gonna get things rolling, and today, while our colonist builds, since as far as I know there's no major events happening, we're gonna do a little bit of a test run. I'm gonna put together a small team. We're gonna march out. Let's load up the world map here. I forgot to do that. Should have done it before we started. I apologize, but I'll explain while we wait. So I'm gonna put together a small team to go out to anywhere on the map. It doesn't matter. It's just as long as it's not our base or anybody else's base. We're just gonna pick essentially an empty tile and jump in there and try to find a dinosaur, preferably an herbivore. Well, it's gonna have to be an herbivore. I'm not gonna test this on a carnivore. It's too dangerous. Though an herbivore could gut us just as easily, I suppose. So we're just gonna march out till I hear something. And I mean, realistically, we could do it on the road, but we'll just go to like right there even. It doesn't matter. We just need to get to a new tile. See if there's any different wildlife there, because the wildlife on our tile is what it is. There's no dinosaurs except for the Brontosaurus right now. We're gonna try to effectively kidnap a dinosaur. So we're gonna knock out an herbivore and try to bring it back here. We're going to see how well that works. Now, we're doing it on foot, which isn't... Well, we'll be riding our dinosaurs, so it's not fully on foot. But at the same time, you know, we're not doing it the way that I intend to do it in the future, because we don't have the tech for that yet. So we're just going to see if this works, because we want to be able to import dinosaurs onto our tile. That's how we're going to get most of the dinos that we put into these pens, because we're not going to sit here and rely on the game to just give us the dinosaurs we want showing up randomly on our tile. We're gonna go to different tiles and collect them. So while people build, let's put together that team. We're going to form a caravan. We'll bring... I'm just gonna grab like 3 people. So Riker has a stun gun on him. Tails, I think, has the only bola. By the way, I did start construction on a smithy, which should allow us to produce bolas. So we'll see how that goes. And then I think I'll bring Gomez and Bruce as well. So this is a pretty good team of 4 people that should be able to put down any threats. We'll bring 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'll put Riker on the other big one. Oh, okay, whatever. Anyways, we'll bring the dinos. We're headed out to just right here. Shouldn't take us any time at all. I'll give them a little bit of food. Not that they'll really need it. Just bring like 10. 10's fine. We'll bring a little bit of medicine just in case things go sideways. Better safe than sorry. So we'll say, God, I don't know, 10 of that as well. And I think that's it. Yeah, 1 day worth of food. That's totally fine. Alright, off you guys go. We'll see how well this works. Hopefully there are dinosaurs there. If there isn't, we can try a different tile, or we can just kidnap any animal and see how well this works. My major concern is that unless we kill it, the game's not going to let us bring it back. My other concern is that even if it does, the animal might wake up during the trip and cause all sorts of problems. So I have no idea what to expect here. I've never tried this. I don't know if anybody else ever has. But basically, we're going to knock out an animal and try to bring it back to this map. dump it in this caged off area, and let it go free again, but inside the cage. So that's the plan. Whether or not that'll work remains to be seen. It looks like we're getting... You guys are tearing out those conduits, I think. I'm trying to get all the conduits hidden again, so we need to remove these. I'm going to slow things down a little bit because I don't like building it like 2 times or 3 times speed. Yeah, this needs to run all the way through. And then we can deconstruct the conduits here. Actually, take it a little bit further. Just a little bit more. Okay, no, that's fine. And let me just make sure that the conduit runs, yeah, through here as well. And it should be there too. Okay. Petra, hopefully you don't... Well, you're not going to wall yourself in. There's no way to do that. That's just a little pathway to connect this alleyway to the actual, you know, walk paths. There's one down here too, but it's not finished. It looks like she's about to finish it though. Uh-oh, game spawning something in. Oh, bandit camp quest. Okay, I was worried we were gonna get raided just as we sent people out. 10 enemies. That's a pretty big camp. But they're gonna give me an orbital beam targeter, which is a fantastic weapon, and an Odin orbital device. So we'll just be able to call down death on people. Not that we don't have similar things already, but the Odin device, if I remember right... Hold on, let me look this up, because I'm pretty sure I know, but I don't want to screw it up. Yeah, so it's exactly what I thought. It's from Call of Duty, but it's based on a real-world concept I think the Air Force was developing. And essentially, it's a satellite that can drop giant tungsten rods from space, which hit with so much kinetic force that it's effectively like, you know, throwing a comet at somebody. Uh-oh. Our guests weren't happy with their stay. Mosquito was happy, but apparently everybody else wasn't. So Gray, what was going on here? It's not going to tell me now that they've left what their hospitality score was, but that's disappointing. I wonder why we did so poorly. I know one of the guests was burning corpses for us. That probably could have been part of it. I didn't ask them to do it. They just decided to start grabbing skeletons and some of the corpses out here and taking them to the burn pit. So maybe all the corpses put them off a little bit. I don't know, but that's disappointing because there's, you know, only so many factions, and we want to have good terms with as many of them as possible so that they come visit us more often. 2 of them are our allies right now, so we're great there. The southeastern Hadistia, though, we're only neutral with. They'll still come and visit, just not nearly as often. You guys were from Union of Kanya. So, yeah, we're still on good terms with them. They'll come back soon enough. Gomez is still here, so I take it they haven't left yet. Nope. Anyways, yeah, so the reference there is from Call of Duty, but it actually is something that the Air Force was... I don't know if it was strictly theoretical or if it was something that they were actually like looking into. But anyways, it's effectively using giant tungsten rods as missiles coming down from space to obliterate stuff that would hit with the force of, you know, like a comet or something of that nature and just annihilate whatever it lands on. So I'm very keen on getting my hands on one of those and testing it out here. That is, you know, very in line with the rest of the stuff from that mod, though. So it's from Red Horse. Red Horse has a lot of references to all sorts of different military games. There's references to like The Division and Lara Croft stuff, all sorts of Call of Duty references, Metal Gear references. So yeah, I'm not surprised to see that from the Red Horse mod. I just haven't come across that particular item before. Riker, you guys about ready? It looks like Riker and Tails are waiting for Gomez and Bruce to get the hell over here. Okay, so Bruce is ready. They're just waiting on Gomez. She does have the slowest dino. So, another issue that we're going to have is I need to fix this building as well. And I need to fix it in more ways than one. Because we still need to push the patio over. Now, I'm not going to do anything to this other than bring these walls down on either side, which is still going to be a pain because we have to move all the stuff inside. This conveniently didn't have anything in it yet, but we have to move all that. This patio still needs to get pushed over though. The bushes should be in line with that, so it needs to be here, which we asked for all of these tables and stools to get moved, but that's been taking a long time. Only one of them has actually made it. Alright, caravan's on the way. They'll get there almost instantly because we didn't ask them to go very far. Unless they decide to take a camping break, which would be incredibly frustrating. So, they'll get there. We'll set up a camp and then explore that tile a little bit and pray that there's a dinosaur there. It'd be easier to get a dinosaur, but we can test it with any animal. It's just, if the test succeeds, it would be really nice to have something to show for it that we can hold on to. Cannot be directly adjacent. Okay, so I can't set up a camp right there. It's got to be a little bit farther. It says they're out of food. Is that because I changed their meal allowances? I think it is. So caravan. You already set to caravan. Caravan. Don't tell me you guys ate all of your meals already. Whatever. You're not going to be gone that long. So, Gomez's caravan. Move a little bit further over, please. And it should let us set up a camp there, as long as we're not adjacent to this one. I should have just gone on the road. There's still going to be dinosaurs there. Still tropical rainforest. It would have been fine. We would have moved faster. Oh well, next time. Come on, come on, come on. And hopefully this is no longer grayed out when they arrive. Okay, there we go. Set up a camp. Alright, here we are. And there is very little here. Just boomalopes. So this is not ideal. Probably the worst thing we could have run up against, because if I'm not careful, they'll explode. But, no, I don't think I want to try it with a boomalope. So before they even, you know, dismount or anything, let's just get them right back on. Right back in the caravan. I'm not going to have you steal chunks or anything. That's not a good idea. Okay, so just accept. Right, come over here. I don't want to venture too far out because I'd like to keep our journey home relatively quick as well. At least our food updated finally. But if we go here, that's still like one tile out. We should be fine. But again, we're not getting further away and making our trip home longer. So where was this bandit camp? Is that it right there? Yep, that's it. It's not too bad, actually. We'll probably do that in the next episode. I'd like to focus on this today and get some building done. By the way, Kat finally put her uniform on. I don't know if... I don't think we panned up here, so I don't think you guys would have seen that yet. Oh, there we go. Game was loading something. Alright, set up a camp here. Anything better? The problem is all of these are going to be incredibly small tiles compared to the one that we actually started on. There's a turtle. We could test it with a turtle. It's a tortoise. I should be more specific. I'm a biologist after all. I shouldn't mix up different species of critters. So, I guess we can try it with that. It's kind of close to a dinosaur. Closer than a boomalope. So, I think I'd prefer to use the stun gun. The bola, this is the only bola we have. Though, that's something I should check in on. So, the smithy is built. I did get a stool for it as well. And we can make a bola. 40 steel and 5 cloth. That's not too bad. How is our cloth doing? We got plenty of steel. Synth thread. Do we not have any cloth? That's disappointing. Gotta have some. Chinchilla fur. Rhinoceros leather. We have no cloth. Really? None at all? I should just go over here and look. No, there's cloth. It's just not... It's not transported to the correct storage location yet. Probably because it's full. Yeah. So we have cloth. And once this warehouse gets somewhat finished, we'll get it in there. But until then, I guess it's just going to deteriorate. Anyways, we have some. They should be able to go and grab it. So I'll queue up like 5 bolas. I don't care who makes them. I just want them made. That'll be, what, 200 steel and... How much cloth was it? 5 each? So like 25 cloth? Yeah, that's not a big deal. Okay, back over here. Riker. Switch to your stun gun, and I'm going to ask you to go stun a turtle. The rest of you hang back. Oh, okay. I've got to get you closer because you're not smart enough to do this on your own. A little bit closer. Stun the turtle, please. No missing and hitting an elephant. That could go bad for us. Oh, it's out of range. I love how fast they move on the dinosaurs. I'll be so pissed if that turtle leaves the area. Okay. Do not leave. Do not kill it. Just give it a little bit of muscle shock. And we'll try to drag it home. That's 2 hits. I'm surprised this thing hasn't turned on us yet. Oh god, that was close. I guess it is a turtle. They're not particularly aggressive. That's an old turtle. I keep saying turtle. It's a tortoise. 88 years old. They can live a very long time. Come on. And don't kill this poor bastard either. Hopefully you didn't destroy its lung. This poor thing. Come on, Riker. It's kind of ridiculous that you have to do this. Like, oh, tortoise revenge. We could like throw the thing in a burlap sack and it would be fine. I mean, tortoises can be very large though. But we're riding like giant dinosaurs. I mean, not necessarily giant dinosaurs. There we go. Okay. Rescue. It's gonna say no reachable. Yeah. So I'm trying to think how we could go about this. If we try to leave right now, I don't think we're gonna have any option to take it with us. No. So what if we go in and we need to create an animal sleeping spot? It doesn't matter where, so we'll just put it there. Riker, rescue the tortoise. Great. Now, before you put it down, what happens? Well, you know what? Put it in the bed first. Put it in the bed first. If we then go to reform caravan, is there an option to take it? Incendiaries? No. Okay, just chunks. Right, so that's not going to work. So I'm going to try to cheese this a little bit. Get rid of the sleeping spot. I'm going to build a copy. We'll put it over there. Give us a little bit more time. Rescue the tortoise. So you've got it in your hands. Now let's leave. And see if you just keep it in your hands. Okay. So head back to base. And we'll see if he comes back with a tortoise in his hands or not. Alright, off you go. So the other way I intend to do this is there's a mod called I forget what it's called, but it's basically transport pods. Oh Jesus, really? Alright, well at least they're headed back. And at least this landed right next to my defenses. So we'll just set up in the sandbags, turn the turret on, and anybody with a grenade. What the hell? This is like the second time this guy's gone berserk. Yeah, wander out here. Oh, Cockroach, you're about to get a blanket party in there. Somebody's got to deal with that. Allison, you're pretty competent. Melee attack him, please. No guns. At least you woke up to fight back. Just don't kill him. Pistol whip him a couple times. Throw him back in his cell. But yeah, these guys are going berserk all the time. I like how Cockroach just went back to bed. He's like, oh, thanks. Apparently they're having a good time in there, beating the crap out of each other. These two are having a conversation right now. Move over so she can get in. There we go. Come on, Adrian, just end it. There we go. Alright, Z, capture him, please. Allison, go about your business. Z, are you particularly hurt? Oh wow, he really hammered your ear there. Go get yourself treated, I guess. So, psychic ship. Is anybody gonna deal with that fire? Thank you, Petra. Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. Come on. I know that's in a home zone. Don't even try to tell me it's not. There we go. Okay, fire's out. So anybody with grenades is going to be right here. And we're just going to grenade the crap out of this. But I got to be careful. We don't want another Nedry situation where I forget to stop them throwing them. And we just blow the crap out of ourselves. Is the power... Okay, so we have plenty of power. Something just happened to the... Right there. Easy fix. Okay, so we'll pop those in. I don't want that to connect to somewhere else, so I'll just let it be dark until we get that fixed. It's not like it's going to hurt anything that it's dark. And I'll leave that just in case I forget. I won't forget, but... Oh, come on, you guys. Really? You're, like, right there. Great news. They're back, and there's an incapacitated tortoise just lying on the ground here, so it worked. It was a little bit cheesy, but it did work. So he brought the tortoise in his hands all the way back here, and then just dumped it on the ground. So, if we wanted to, all we would have to do is put a animal bed in here and tell them to rescue it and then leave the tortoise there. I'm just going to leave the tortoise here. They've treated it with herbal medicine on the way back. I don't know that we destroyed its lung. I'd like to think we didn't, but it's entirely... Oh no, it definitely says that we did. So Riker sent a wild ricochet, piercing the tortoise's right lung and injuring his shell. What kind of stun gun is this? Where you're, like, destroying internal organs? Like, the muscle shock, fine, yeah. But the fact that you're, like, rupturing lungs. Anyways, we'll let the tortoise just be on the map here. But I'm glad to see that that does work. It's going to look kind of ridiculous with dinosaurs, but it will work. But again, the way I intend to do this is a little bit different in the future. There's a mod that creates... they're effectively transport pods. I don't know why I keep pausing. Transport pods, but it's one big one that doesn't despawn after you use it. And it doesn't require launcher. It's effectively like a little spaceship that you can jump from tile to tile in. And I'm going to retexture it to look like a helicopter, since that's more setting appropriate. And what we'll do is, I'm hoping it will allow me to load unconscious animals into that thing. Otherwise, what we'll try to do is maybe a combination of that and what we just did here, where we'll get somebody to pick it up, try to get them to get into the pod while carrying it, and then bring it back that way. But even if we can't, I'm not sure if the weight of the tortoise even factored into our caravan at all, so potentially we could carry large dinosaurs back that way and it wouldn't matter how big they were, because we saw with like an elephant that we killed before, it was just too heavy to load. Though somebody brought up the fact that with the caravan mod, apparently the carry capacity of the animals isn't being incorporated properly, so we should have a higher carry capacity than what we did. Anyways, I think if we do it that way, it won't matter. But I guess we'll find out. Right, so we need to get to battle stations and deal with this thing. I'm going to ask that this gets turned on. Anybody with a short-range weapon is going to be... Well, we'll look at grenades first. I know a lot of people have grenades, but the people that are, you know, carrying crappier weapons... Like, you're carrying a shotgun grenade, so you should be up close. Bruce, I'm not sure where I want you yet. I guess you've got a big gun. Let's put you front and center as well. Z, I'd like to let you heal, but you'd also be a good, like, Molotov spammer. Though, Mechanoids, Molotovs, I don't think it's going to really help that much. We have a lot of incendiaries, it's kind of the issue. A lot of Molotovs and incendiaries, not a whole lot of frags. Or any EMP grenades. Right, well, I'm just going to start drafting people. Attempting to recruit whale. Nah, this is more important. Come do this. We'll get rid of this thing and then we can recruit people. Tails, get down here as well. Woody, Ayala, Petra, I'll have you throw some stuff. You're carrying a triple rocket launcher. That would be kind of fun. But that's going to do probably more collateral damage than I would like. So let's not mess with that. Though I should probably get her to put it down. Wayne, you should be over here with your shotgun. You're on the way, you're on the way. No, you're not, but you should be. Okay. Tone, get over here. Boss, get over here. Edward's on the way, and Buster's on the way. Okay. We'll get them behind defenses. I'm not going to have them just stand in a circle around this. That would be suicidal. But I just want everybody here so I can kind of sort them out as we go. Gomez, while you're running over here, can you flick that? I pray it doesn't just start lighting this up. It shouldn't. Okay. Come over here. Let's use trees for cover. Trees provide decent cover. Marin, go there. Tails, take that tree, I guess. Petra, I'm going to have you be one of the Grenadier people. Gotta be careful about getting too close, though. Gotta be very careful because, let's see. Dismount. There are way too many of our animals hanging out in this area. Lester, come over here. A little bit wary about putting you in that spot. That's okay, I guess. Tone, get behind that tree. Elijah, you are behind a tree, right? Yeah. Not a great tree, mind you. That might be a better tree to hide behind. Riker, you can be a little bit further away, so that might work. Though you're going to be shooting past Tails, which is probably not wise. We'll move her back a little bit more. Virgil, go ahead and set up behind these trees. I wish there was more chunks in this area, but no such luck. Let's put you there. Edward, I think that's maybe a little bit safer. Elijah, let's get you further back too. Actually, you take Gomez's spot. Because she has a little bit better range than you do. Okay. I'd like to get these dinos out of the way. I don't care if the boars die. In fact, I welcome it. But I don't want our mounts getting killed, so I'm going to send just the animals that we ride to Area 1. Which is like a raid area. So they should all head in to more or less the hotel. Yep, there you go. Scatter. Oh, Allison, you need to be in cover. Why don't you set up here? That's fine. We're way too close together. An Inferno Cannon is going to wreak havoc on us, but hopefully we can deal with these things fast enough where it won't really matter. Oh no, an Eclipse. That's going to really kill our solar power. So you got your frags out. Got your machine gun. Z, get the Molotovs out. We'll see how we do. Now then, who's going to take the first shot? I'll let Edward do it. Okay. There we go. That thing's going to immediately start firing. Start pumping that big guy full of lead. You're throwing frags right there, please. Z, go ahead and light them up as well. Everybody else should be picking targets. I'm going to have you 3 aim for that one. You 3 need to aim for... that's a tough call, actually. Let's start with this one. And then I want you 3 taking out the Scyther, because the Scyther is going to be a problem. You start shooting that one. The boar died. I didn't see a frag go out. I need to be very careful, though, because they could frag us. That Scyther is a little bit too close for comfort. Can we get some more bullets on it? Z, time to get your gun out. I don't want to risk any friendly fire with that. Let's make sure all the bullets are headed at the Scyther. Another frag would be great if we could get it like here. I'll just have to really micro those. Frags are doing okay, actually. Okay, let's maybe chill with them and start pumping some shotgun shells into that thing. Come on, you guys got this. Wayne is taking a whole hell of a lot of damage. Alright, cool. That went pretty well. All things considered, yeah, it went really well. Only like, what, 4 or 5 people took any damage at all. So, back to whatever you were doing. Let's get these guys unforbidden so that we can chop them up for parts. And you know what, Bruce? Hang out for a second and just unload into this for me, because you got the big gun. Whoa. You know what, don't do that for a second. Stay where you are, stay where you are. But let's let them get out of the way before we start pumping this thing full of lead. Alright, Virgil, you gonna cross our line? Come on. Alright. No. Oh god, that was close. Okay, stop shooting, stop shooting. So, Psychic Ship is still up, but we're about to destroy it. If Virgil would just move. You know what? Come over here. There we go. Trying not to hit any boars, not that we really care. If you kill them, we'll just end up eating them. Okay, there we go. Advanced component, that's always nice to get some of those for free. What do we have here? Mechanoid interface chip, that'll be fun. That is something I have not come across yet. Before you leave, let's flick, that's not what I meant to do. Let's flick that switch. And then you can go about your business. Alright, off you go. What's Amanda doing? Before you guys all take off, Riker, could you do me a favor? Pick that up, and then let's get the components inside. I don't care about the steel or the plasteel. We'll use it, but we don't necessarily need to get that indoors. But some of this stuff will deteriorate, though it looks like the interface chip won't. We'll still take it inside just to be safe. Alright, thank you, Riker. And then they'll take these as needed. So, we've got bolas going. We're still working on the uniforms. Oh, new recruit. Whale joined us. Fantastic. So, Whale, there you are. We'll try to remember to get you a new name. You're going to go put on a marine helmet? No, you're not. Let's see. First of all, herbal medicine. I don't recall if you were much of a fighter. Yeah, a little bit. We'll definitely get her a weapon or two. I'll put you at attack. Your gear's fine. Let's get you a new haircut. Probably a new head shape too. Your head's a little square looking. I like using... You know what? For female characters, it doesn't matter. They don't have beards. So we'll just use the mirror. There's the dresser. That's what I was looking for. But we'll get her a gun, a knife, and some body armor, I think. Okay, there we go. She's got a new haircut. And I rounded out her head a little bit because it was like kind of awkwardly square. So, let's see. What do we have over here? What do we have? Oh, right. I keep forgetting to change your clothing stuff. I'll probably do a custom one for her, so I'll have to decide what it is exactly I want her to have. But for now, throw on that AR-500 body armor. And for a gun, why don't you take something like the Thompson? Might be good because it's just going to let her spray bullets. My issue is actually the range on this isn't terrible at 26. A lot of the shotguns are really bad. They're all like 18. So you're outranged by a pistol. Like, I think these are better. 17. So it's basically the same range as the stun gun, which is pretty terrible. Do any of the shotguns have better range? I wish some of them were a little bit longer. There's also the bolt-action rifle, but I think something that just lets her spray out bullets is probably better. Because she doesn't have a whole lot of skill. So we'll let her equip that, and I don't have a knife. So that's something else we'll need to start making at the... Oh, hello. I couldn't find a red beret before, and we have a red beret here. So do I just need to make them out of Devil Strand? Is that it? I want red berets. So we're going to figure this out. But, yeah, it looks like we need to grow Devil Strand and make them out of... Okay, that makes sense. I thought they were a set color. I didn't think we could change it. But apparently we can. It just... whatever material we make it out of. Good to know. So that's something else we'll have to do. Right, she's still making our uniforms. Do we have... we don't have any Devil Strand growing. We've got a lot of Neutroa leaf, plenty of food. Do we need this much food? I'm guessing probably not. So I'm going to take one of these cornfields. Probably this one. No, that one's... Yeah, we'll do this one because it's... this one just got planted. I'm going to turn this into Devil Strand. Oh, I haven't researched Devil Strand yet. Well then, we got to change some stuff here. Devil Strand, yeah. This is going to suck. But I kind of have to clear all of this in order to put it in. I can't move stuff around in the queue as much as I'd like to. So, here's what we're going to do. Brain surgery. You're staying wherever you are. Let me try to figure out, like, what was the path we were on. I think I just kind of went through and clicked random things. So I'm going to have to go back and, like, try to trace my logic, which is going to be a lot of fun. I definitely want brain surgery to stay in there. Then we add Devil Strand. Can't believe we haven't done that yet. And then... I guess I'll just leave it at those two and we'll do the rest as needed. Anyways, I'm going to leave it there for today. Hopefully our people go and get themselves treated. It looks like most of them have. But we got people like Bruce that are just hanging out in the... Come on. There we go. Shattered his nose. We can fix that. But apparently he was fighting the Scyther with his face. We can definitely fix that, though. 2 medicine. Yeah, not a big deal. And we can also repair his jaw. But that'll heal on its own. It's just pretty badly damaged. So I will queue him up for that, I think. Do a little bit of nose surgery to fix it. What is that now? Oh, right. Put pier in so people can fish, even though I don't really care if they do. It's a nice, like another renewable source of meat, but I put it there more for aesthetic than anything else. And I wanted to do one on this side, but it's not letting me, so I think I need to terraform the water out more, because they're too close together. Anyway, that's where we'll leave it for today. We'll get this mess cleaned up and continue working on the base. Next time around, we will do this bandit camp quest and see where that leaves us, I guess. I'm glad that our test worked. So hopefully the poor tortoise, oh God, I gotta stop doing that. Oh, I feel terrible. Hopefully this poor tortoise gets up and is able to go about its life again normally. Minus the lung, of course. But I'm glad that that worked, so we can start going out and hunting dinosaurs now. We don't have to just rely on what comes to us. And that is, again, going to allow us to circumvent the wildlife population limit. Because there's only so many animals that will spawn on a map at any one time. But if I can drag them here from other maps, that doesn't matter. The only issue is those other maps are often very tiny. So we're going to have to, search a lot of them to get what we're looking for. The one nice thing is when we do these quests, these bandit camp quests and things like that, they do spawn bigger maps. So while we're on those missions, after we've, secured the area, we should keep an eye out for dinosaurs we want to bring back with us, because that would allow us to kill two birds with one stone and have a bigger area to pull from. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I had a great time playing some RimWorld with you, and I look forward to seeing you guys back here for the next episode.